What's up, guys? Welcome back to RotoCityTech, and today we felt a little spontaneous, I guess, and we're actually going to go camping. So one of the local lakes opened up every other camping spot, and we're going to leave tomorrow after work because I actually have Sunday, Monday off this weekend, and my wife is home from school because she's a teacher, so we're able to get everything done. But anyways, tonight I got to move the Montero. We got to take the cover off the camper, flip it around and hook it up, and we're going to get the refrigerator nice and cool this evening. So I'm going to let y'all see the process of how we go about getting the camper turned around. So first off, I get in the Montero and I'm moving it around front where we can get the camper out of the way. Now Kelsey and I are uncovering the camper, taking off that giant cover where we have to unclip all the sides, and I have to go up top to start peeling the canopy away. This is kind of a two-person job because it can get caught and rip a little bit of the corners, so you have to be really careful with this. And I was not super careful because right about this spot I accidentally stepped on our vent cover and shattered it. So that is getting replaced, or at this point has been replaced. So be careful when you're up there. Now we're putting the cover away, and I am retracting all of the stabilizer jacks. There's 4 of them around the camper. Here I get my 2-wheel dolly, and I lower the camper down onto the dolly, and we're going to push it around to get it situated to exit our driveway and also to get the camper loaded. It's kind of hard to push sometimes, so Kelsey has to help me get it maneuvered around. But here we are, obviously turning it around, and we'll get it backed up a little bit so that we can still get the cars in and out, since this is the day before we leave on our trip. So I'm getting the camper plugged in. That was my surge protector. Now I'm plugging in the power so that we can get the refrigerator and the AC on to get things cool.
What the?
Okay.
What happened?
The toilet line broke off or froze or something. Alright, so we heard some sloshing and we opened the door and obviously water. So it looks like that water valve or the toilet valve busted. Guessing I didn't get all the water drained, and then we had a freeze and it froze and expanded and broke this. So all I got to do is unscrew this and cap that, and at least we can have everything but the toilet, which we haven't even used anyway. So the joys of camper life. But I am going to come in here and make sure our fridge is on so it can start cooling. So just hit the on button. It's on auto, so it'll automatically go to electricity, which I'm plugged into the house. If you press this up, it'll go to gas. So we're going to leave it on auto. So then the other thing we're going to do is go ahead and flip our battery disconnect to the green, and that'll engage our battery. So that's it. Everything hooked up, and then we just wanted to make sure things come on. So they do, and then our AC, there you go. Might leave that running here for a little bit while we go inside and eat. Alright, so that water valve that I replaced in a previous video is what broke. I had a plug, but I guess I lost it. But this is the piece that's on the camper. It's this little threaded piece, and I went out to the shop and I found 3 pieces. I had a cap, a little plug thing, and some PVC pipe that I cut up, joined together with some PVC primer and some PVC glue. And we should be able to just screw this into the water line, and that'll keep water from going to the toilet.
Turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away.
I am now putting our equalizer hitch into the 4Runner and pinning it in place, backing it up to the camper, and installing the weight distribution bars for the hitch. I'm raising the camper up so I can back the 4Runner underneath the camper, and we will get the camper weighted down onto the 4Runner. Here I am hooking the chains up and lifting up the bars to equalize the weight and installing the anti-sway. Hooking up the chains and hooking up the lights to the 4Runner. And now we have arrived at the campsite, and we are pulling the camper up onto blocks to level it out. And then we are checking here to see, make sure it is level from side to side. So now I've placed a block underneath the tongue of the camper, and I'm going to be lifting it up, and I have chalked the wheels as well. We will lift the camper up and also take off the anti-sway, unhook your chains, and release the weight distribution bars. And one thing that happened here was that the block of wood that I was resting on was sitting on a rock, and it caused it to be unlevel. So we had to raise the trailer back up and readjust that block of wood so that we can pull forward. And so here we are putting the weight back on the 4Runner so we can adjust that block of wood. But then we will lift the camper up. That'll allow us to go ahead and pull the 4Runner out of the way. And then I am placing down my stability jacks on all 4 corners. And they are just talking about nothing, probably. Here we are unloading my generator, and Kelsey getting a drink. And then I am plugging it into the camper, getting it ready for when we need it. Also, fill it up with fuel. And now we are getting ready to cook dinner that night. I'm getting out my dual propane outdoor stovetop with my cast iron skillet. Kelsey is cutting up peppers and sausage and onion so that we can do a sausage stir fry kind of deal that we like to do when we're camping. And in the cast iron skillet, it especially tastes good. So I've grabbed the propane tank and I have hooked it up. Elijah wanted to ride my bike, so I allowed him to get over there on it. And I've placed my cast iron skillet on, and we'll soon light it and get it warming up. So here I am with the food, cooking it, and it was very delicious. Easy camping meal to do, and tastes great. The next morning, we fried up some bacon and some eggs, and even made some coffee in my percolator. And then after breakfast, we got to go out and have a little fun on the lake with some tubes and the paddle boat. And that ended our trip there. So thank you for watching, and always follow us on Instagram, please, at RotoCityTech. And thanks for watching.